It's now.
Okay, welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Betty. Tonight we have several stories that should help paint a pretty detailed picture of where the country is and where Wisconsin is in terms of recovering from the pandemic. Case numbers, job numbers, what school will look like this fall. But before we get to all of that, let's talk a little bit about the weather tonight. Andrew, after a cloudy day today, it looks like we have some interesting developments over the next few days.
That's right, Justin. We have warm temperatures and thunderstorms all in the forecast. Today it's been pretty cloudy all around, just like you said, and there have been thunderstorms that have been tracking from Minnesota into parts of western Wisconsin this afternoon, and those have now arrived towards Highway 51, and they've been collapsing, reaching our area. So I don't think we'll be talking about much of any thunderstorms in our region overnight, maybe just a few sprinkles, but the rest of that activity should concentrate around the Green Bay area later on overnight. So right now, temperatures in those upper 60s, low 70s. We're not getting too much cooler overnight. We're bottoming out in those 60s. And then getting into tomorrow, we will be having a totally different conversation. There will be more thunderstorm potential developing. Some of that could become severe with having strong winds, downpours, and small hail. All fair game. And now to look at your 3-day forecast coming on up, we have those thunderstorm chances developing Friday night into Saturday. Then we'll dry on out and drop the humidity for the rest of the day. Sunday will be very nice all around. And then getting into Monday to Tuesday, we'll stay dry to start the week. Justin?
All right, thank you, Andrew. The number of new COVID-19 cases each day in Wisconsin has nearly quadrupled over the last month. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports 342 new cases. We're now averaging 242 per day over the last week, closer to where we were during much of the spring. However, death numbers have not risen in the same way. Today, DHS reports no new deaths. We are averaging less than one per day over the last week. And only two parts of our state, the Fox Valley region and the southeast part of the state, have seen any significant increase in hospitalizations recently. We are only averaging a handful of people in our 12-county north central Wisconsin region hospitalized with COVID at any one point over the last 2 weeks. Now, we're not alone. COVID-19 case numbers are back on the rise across much of the country right now. Newswatch 12's Megan Manlock spoke to local school and health officials today to get a feel of what we should expect about their return to the classroom this fall.
Last year, the Merrill School District required all students to wear masks at school, but Superintendent John Sample says this year they plan on changing that.
Going into the school year, the board made face coverings optional, and that was just prior to the start of school. And so that's our current status right now. We will provide the Board of Education here in Merrill with recommendations from the Lincoln County Health Department as we get closer to the opening of school.
However, local pediatricians say most schools do have other safety measures in place.
I think it's also important to remember that most of these schools had a lot of different measures in place. And if you read both the guidelines, it's not just masks. It's still the physical distancing, the contact tracing. If you are exposed to COVID, it is still recommended that you stay home and not be around others.
And say things could change during the school year.
There's always kind of this winter, when you get lots of people together, you're going to have more germs, and it's just going to happen. We don't know how bad the Delta variant is going to be in the area, but they are talking about more peaks when there isn't a lot of vaccine coverage.
Medical professionals explain the difference between the American Association of Pediatrics and the CDC guidelines.
The CDC guideline says if you're vaccinated, it's probably okay to go back without a mask. The AAP says, most of our population is not vaccinated just because they're not eligible for it. And logistically, it's really hard to be confirming everyone's vaccine status.
They go on to say from an efficiency and safety standpoint, it would make sense to have everyone wear a mask.
That's Megan Manlock reporting. And different schools have different rules. At Rhinelander right now, masks are recommended but not required. On their website, though, they add they plan to update that guidance sometime in August. As for the nation's economic recovery, unemployment benefit applications jumped unexpectedly last week. First-time filings hit 419,000. It's almost 70,000 more than the 350,000 economists were expecting. The U.S. had hit a pandemic-era low just the previous week, and most signs do point to a strengthening economy. The total number of individuals on some form of unemployment assistance remains historically high, however, at about 12.5 million nationwide. Despite the weak jobs numbers, stocks rose a little on Wall Street today. The Dow gained, as you see, about 25 points to close at 24,823. The Nasdaq and S&P 500 also rose a little on the day. Here in Wisconsin, the unemployment rate stands at about 3.9% right now. And across the Northwoods, some business owners say they're having a hard time finding workers, especially for skilled labor. Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski spoke with folks at one local plumbing business to see how they're trying to attract young people in this week's Blue Collar Wisconsin report.
You know, pulling a tooth isn't a big deal either. You know, I can grab a pliers and do that, but there's a lot more to it.
Ziegler says that the role of plumbers is important for everybody's daily life.
Piping needs to have certain pitches. It needs to be vented correctly. And the plumbing is really the, arteries of your home. It is a health issue as well. You know, we have to make sure that everything is working properly to sustain a healthy home environment.
Plumbing is big business with high demand for skilled plumbers in Wisconsin. And becoming a master plumber can take 7 to 10 years.
It's a lot of skill, a lot of math to become, a journeyman plumber and then graduating on to a master plumber.
Fraser's Plumbing and Heating in Rylander, among others, are constantly hiring people who are able to adapt to the daily tasks.
One day you could be, installing a kitchen faucet for somebody. The next day you could be doing what we're doing here, and we're replacing a lateral for a customer underneath their concrete floor in their basement.
As a business, outreach is a crucial part to growing a workforce for the future. Fraser's is starting a program called Explore the Trades, designed to get young people interested in plumbing.
August 3rd, we're actually having a get-together of students and families where they can bring their parents and we can talk about exploring the trades. Yeah, we do plumbing, heating, electrical, and we're going to be talking about all of that.
It's Kyle Pozorski reporting. Wisconsin may be the second state in the nation to provide survivors of sexual crimes with legal protection against their abusers for life. Kaylee's Law passed in Arizona earlier this year. It's named for Kaylee Kozak, who was sexually assaulted as a child.
I asked what protection would be in place for me once his probation was terminated, and I learned there was nothing. There was no such thing as protection that comes after probation is terminated.
Representative Barbara Dietrich, a Republican here in Wisconsin, recently introduced a similar bill to Kaylee's Law, which became law in Arizona. This one grants certain victims of convicted sexual assaulters a lifetime restraining order against that person.
The trauma victims experience most often remains with them an entire lifetime. And as the battle against human trafficking is a bipartisan issue with bipartisan support, this simple but critical legislation just makes sense.
Kaylee's Law did pass in Arizona with bipartisan support. Right now, Wisconsin law allows for 2-year restraining orders for children and a 4-year restraining order for adult victims against their abusers. As the U.S. wraps up its troop withdrawal from Afghanistan today, the House approved a bill which should streamline the visa program for Afghan translators and military helpers eager to leave that region. Without the U.S. military presence, the Taliban is quickly regaining control over much of that space. The Biden administration has been working to evacuate thousands of Afghanis who have helped the U.S. over the years, but progress has been slow. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland was in Chicago today talking about the launch of gun trafficking, he calls them strike forces, in 5 cities across the country, including Chicago. And after meeting with police, explained some of the ways they hope to make cities safer.
I think our focus now is both a combination of tactics of building cases against gangs, but also of developing community support, getting the trust of the community for that purpose. Also, the technology has changed and improved dramatically with respect to our ability to make these cases.
Strike forces are also launching in New York, LA, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. Many folks raising ethical concerns over the news Hunter Biden is planning to meet with potential art buyers at 2 of his upcoming art shows. His work is priced at between $75,000 and $500,000 a piece. As part of an agreement with the White House trying to avoid ethics concerns, the buyers of that artwork will remain anonymous, and neither Hunter Biden nor the public will theoretically be told who they are. The city of Wausau brought in some new city workers this month, and they have a big appetite. We'll introduce you to the stars of today's Goat-a-Palooza event and why they're in Wausau in just a few minutes. But first, Andrew's in with your full forecast. You're watching Newswatch 12. We're proud to serve the town of Bradley and folks all across the North Woods of Wisconsin.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Builders Service Incorporated, Elko.
Don't lose sleep by choosing a mattress from just any store. Instead, visit the experts at your one-stop sleep shop. Hi, I'm Kristen from Sleep Central. We're the only store in the Northwoods to carry all of the name brands like Beautyrest, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Serta, and all are ready for immediate delivery. We guarantee you'll find the perfect mattress at the perfect price. We also have a huge selection of bedding, futons, and accessories. We know how important sleep is, so stop on by and sleep better today. Sleep Central in Minocqua. Better sleep, pain-free, that's our promise.
At US Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin is calling your name. Our growing community is ideal for a getaway or even a new place to live. Adventurous types can find thrilling ways to explore the outdoors, while others soak in the serenity of nature. Families can ride bikes through picturesque trails or check out the quaint library, while golfers hit the green. Take a stroll through our charming downtown and dig into decadent supper club fare. Land O'Lakes has everything you need to LOL. Live out loud, that is.
Well, we've made it through most of Thursday on the dry side, taking on mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. Some of us seeing a few peaks of sun. Right now, there is a band of thunderstorms working through central Wisconsin. That's going to be mostly concentrated in the Marathon County area, giving some heavy downpours right now and some breezy winds if you are in any of those thunderstorms. Those should quickly be passing on through, and the bulk of any activity then will be concentrated around the Fox Valley area a little bit later on tonight at 2 a.m. And then for the rest of the night, that's going to be where we're going to see any activity at all. So then getting into Friday morning, we'll be starting out the day with mostly cloudy skies. We'll be staying dry though. We'll wait until more of the evening period to be having a go of more thunderstorms. So looking at that thunderstorm outlook we have coming up, we're looking for our Friday night. This will be more intense than what we have going on tonight, with the potential for some severe weather. So that's going to be including strong winds, downpours, and small hail. All fair game coming up tomorrow night into early Saturday morning. So here we go, looking at the rest of your Friday. We're at 10:30 in the morning, seeing some gradual clearing. So it's going to be kind of that cloud and sun mix during the day. Now we'll pause here. We're looking at 11:30, starting to see this next system work on through the area. You'll notice mostly it's going to be in the UP where you're going to be experiencing more thunderstorm activity than anything. But as you go throughout the rest of our Friday night into Saturday, we will start to see more of well-developed thunderstorm potential into more of northeast Wisconsin and the Fox Valley. That's at 5:30 in the morning with some scattered showers on the backside. And then for the rest of the morning, we'll be clearing on out. So here we are at 11:30, mostly dry and seeing some sun. There could be a couple of rumbles of thunder and a few sprinkles wrapping on up before noon. But then the rest of the day on Saturday should feel and look pretty great. We'll be having high temperatures peaking in those mid-80s. And like I said, seeing plenty of sun. So here we go looking tonight. There are some thunderstorms passing on through, as we know, we just saw a few seconds ago. The most of that activity is going to be in central Wisconsin tonight. We're seeing that with those greatest rainfall totals in the Stevens Point and Shawano area with over a half an inch of rain. Outlying areas barely getting a couple sprinkles sprinkles on the ground, not even building a 1/10 of an inch of rain. But then as we get into Friday night to Saturday, that's when we're having the more intense thunderstorm event. That's going to be overnight, and that'll be developing at least 1 inch of rain for some areas. Rhinelander seeing almost 1.25 inches. Outlying areas at least picking up 1/3 of an inch of rain, if not over 1/2. And then we're drying it out for the rest of the day. So into Saturday as well, it will be pretty breezy as we head into the afternoon. So we will be transitioning from a southwest flow to more of a northwesterly breeze coming in at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So Saturday afternoon, the more breezy part of the day. Now, looking at our temperature trend coming in up for the rest of the week, Friday and Saturday, we are going to be in those 80s, feeling pretty muggy for the next couple days too. So kind of similar to today, but with those warmer temperatures, we are going to be having some feel-like temperatures reaching for the 90s. And then getting into Sunday, we'll be at the high of 84, but feeling a lot more comfortable with drier air working on in. And that will continue into Monday, and then we'll keep on with those 80s for the rest of the forecast period. But for now, tonight, we're getting down to about 63 degrees. We'll be having mostly cloudy skies, unless you're in central Wisconsin experiencing those couple thunderstorms right now. And then we'll continue on with the southeast breeze at 5 miles an hour, which will then bring us into our Friday. We'll be having a south breeze still at about 5 to 10. And then we'll be starting out the day with those partly cloudy skies, waiting until the evening to overnight to be having those thunderstorms building on up. And now for a look at your 7-day forecast brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress is going to show after thunderstorms early Saturday morning. We're drying on out, having a pretty pleasant stretch all the way until Tuesday. Justin?
Today, the city of Wausau held its first annual Goat-a-Palooza event. The celebration of sorts included scavenger hunts for invasive species, goat cheese sampling, and more. Goat-a-Palooza highlights the work a trip of goats has been doing in the community over the last week or two. Newswatch 12's Georgina Fernandez explains.
As citizens and also working within the community, it's the environmental friendly thing to do.
The city of Wausau adding a few new residents and workers this year to their parks and recreational team. A group of very, very hungry goats. They were added 3 weeks ago to help manage the invasive species issue that Barker-Stewart Island faces.
And they're over there munching away, helping us knock down some of the buckthorn and other invasive species that inhabited our island.
The goats can be seen off the shoreline of the island for those of you while walking the trails. While these cuties behind me are just adorable to be viewing, they also play a huge part in Wausau's environmental efforts, making sure that no chemicals are flowing into the water.
So helps us from the reducing having to spray any chemicals over on the island, and with the island being right in the middle of the Wisconsin River, we feel that it's an environmental friendly way to help mitigate some of those invasive species.
The city says they managed to remove a lot of the invasive species on the island the year before.
And that's something that we always look at if those options are available and if they work for us.
In Wausau, Georgina Fernandez, Newswatch 12.
Today is officially Bucks in 6 Day across Wisconsin. We'll give you a look at this morning's victory parade and hear what players are saying about their accomplishment after the break.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
It's the sweet and savory crepes menu at Perkins with a melody of flavors starting at just $7.99. Try our Neapolitan or ham and cheese crepes and more. And a sweet deal for a limited time only. Enjoy a whole Perkins pie starting at just $9.99.
Have all the summer projects got you feeling like you are juggling more than you want? Maher Water Corporation can help you take one ball out of the mix. Just like taking a break to watch our athletes compete in Japan, this summer you can take a break and let us treat your water. So while you are rooting on the U.S., enjoy your American-made water. And to all the athletes representing our country, bring home the gold.
Let's dive into Lake Minocqua for an evening showing of Creature from the Black Lagoon, August 14th at Torpy Park. Watch the movie from your boat or afloat in the water. Pre-show beach party starts at 5:30 p.m. For ticket and event information, visit letsminocqua.com/dive-in.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck. Coming up on your Friday, we'll meet our new furry friend from the Oneida County Humane Society.
And scattered showers and thunderstorms on the way Friday night into Saturday, Sierra. We had to watch some of the intensity of some of those storms. More when you tune in on your Friday.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Stone Innovations, Rhinelander and Plover. Sports Watch 12 with Nate Myhawk starts now.
If you went to work today, I really hope you were compensated for working a holiday. I'm joking, of course, but Governor Evers really did declare Thursday as Bucks in 6 Day. That's to honor the team's championship and their Bucks in 6 mantra. Evers announced the move on Twitter this morning, saying history has been made and the prophecy fulfilled. And if you ask me, I'm all for adding another holiday to the calendar. It was perfect timing for the governor's proclamation as the Bucks held their championship parade throughout downtown Milwaukee. The route began at Museum Center Park before winding around to the front of the Pfizer Forum, and that's where the team took the stage and addressed the thousands of fans who came out to celebrate. It's been a crazy few days for Bucks fans, and even the Greek Freak himself is still in shock over Milwaukee's title.
I'm extremely happy. I still can't believe this is happening, but I'm trying to be in the moment, trying to enjoy as much as possible with you guys, with my teammates, and everybody. Milwaukee, we did it, baby! We did it!
Of course, while Giannis was the star of the finals, the star of the parade, however, was PJ Tucker. Check this out.
When I came here, they're like, yo, you gotta show, you gotta be the dog. And I'm like, man, we got dogs. They just ain't, I got here, we already got dogs. They just don't know how to be dogs, and we gonna be dogs. Milwaukee, we dogs!
And as you can see, PJ finished his speech the best way possible. A little more champagne to keep the party going. And then he walked back through the crowd to get home. PJ Tucker, just a man of the people in Milwaukee. I'm sure the Bucks and their fans will continue to enjoy their victory for a long time, but the football season is right around the corner, and the NFL issued a major statement on the topic of vaccines. Tom Pelissero reported that the league sent a memo to teams saying no games will be rescheduled this season if there is a COVID-19 outbreak. Any team that does have an outbreak will have to forfeit the game, and players will not receive pay for that week. That announcement caused a storm of players like DeAndre Hopkins to voice their concerns with receiving the vaccine. It's also worth noting that all 32 teams are above the 50% mark in vaccination rates, and 14 teams are at 85% or above. The Edgar Athletic Program put together an unbelievable resume over the last few years, and at the heart of it all was Austin Dulke. And now the recent Wildcat graduate is being honored for his play throughout high school, with Sports.net named Dulke the 2021 Pat Richter Award winner. And that accomplishment is given to the top 3-sport athlete in the state. And the crazier part is that Dulke competed in 4 sports this year alone. He led the Wildcats to an undefeated season in football, state appearance in basketball, regional title in baseball, and he also captured 5 medals at state track. I think it's fair to say that he went out on top. And speaking of athletes who had great seasons, the staff at Wisconsin Baseball Central created their all-state roster for 2021. Medford's Caleb Gooden was named to the 2nd team list, and Merrill's Caleb DeYoung made it on the 3rd team. Rhinelander's Isaac Bixby and Anago's Eli Fleischman both given honorable mention credits. So with the Bucks and now the high school kids, there's been a lot to celebrate this week, Justin.
Thanks, Dave. And aside from the Bucks' big win, the other big news in the sports world is the start of the Olympics. Some contests, in fact, already underway ahead of tomorrow's opening ceremonies. We'll have the latest from Tokyo after the break.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all 2021 Trax models. Plus, get interest-free financing for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Check out our 13,000 square foot newly renovated space in Eagle River. We focus only on welding so you can spend more time making sparks fly in our 36 welding booths. Finish the welding program in just 4 to 6 months. Our school is set up like a workplace, so you'll be ready to get working right away. 99% of students find employment before or right after graduation. At AWI, we go beyond basic code standards and aim for perfection. As we work hard, we definitely have fun along the way.
Come join us at the historic Waswaganing Indian Bowl, located in downtown Lac du Flambeau, Tuesdays through August 3rd. Experience the culture and pageantry of Ojibwe powwow, relax to the soothing sounds of Native American drums, and enjoy the vibrant colors of traditional regalia worn by authentic Ojibwe dancers. Watch and take part in the intertribal dances and come tour our Ojibwe Summer Village. Gates open at 6 with grand entry at 7. Come and refresh your spirit, paid by the Native American Tourism of Wisconsin.
The Tokyo Olympics are finally here. There's competition underway as we speak. Opening ceremonies just hours away. Liz McLaughlin has the latest from Tokyo.
Team USA is already in the swing of Olympic competition.
An accurate ball too.
Openers underway ahead of the official start of the Tokyo Games. Friday's opening ceremony, set to be a show for empty chairs. Something women's basketball star and U.S. flag bearer Sue Bird is taking in stride.
The fact that we just get to lead everybody into the stadium, hopefully we have some fun with it, and it's going to be a memory for a lifetime.
With NBC airing this ceremony in 4K for the first time. This is the Broadcast Operations Center, where video feeds in from all of the Olympic venues and then is fed to the U.S. All in all, NBC will have more than 7,000 hours of coverage. Broadcasting that will include athletes' families sharing the Olympic experience remotely.
They'll be in a big room together cheering for their kids, and we will have cameras there to show that.
Athletes now preparing for competition under pandemic protocols as coronavirus cases grow among Olympic visitors, including American beach volleyball player Taylor Crabb.
It's COVID, so I guess you never know, but I feel safe here in the village.
Where 11,000 athletes are hoping a positive test won't sideline their Olympic dreams.
It only happens twice a year. The Nickbers Semi-Annual Sample Sale. Sales store-wide up to 70% off. And hurry in for the best selection. The Semi-Annual Sample Sale going on now at Nickbers Fine Furniture on Wausau's Northwest Side.
Dear night owls, when darkness falls, our stunning style takes flight as we soar over city streets. And our fuel economy is ever so wise. This ride's a hoot. Trust us, Toyota sedans.
Right now, you can lease a stylish new 2021 Camry for just $239 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
NBC News Watch 12. News from where you live.
Hey, Kim! With 5% cash back on travel purchase through Chase from Freedom Unlimited, you're always earning. Book that hotel, Kim, because you are worth it.
I am worth it.
Earn 5% on travel purchase through Chase and so much more. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Feel the freedom of the open road this summer. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg has your keys to adventure. We're giving away the keys to a hot new Ford Ranger Lariat in July, along with buckets of cash, a tailgate package, a camping package, and a patio package. Summer doesn't get any better. Grab your bestie and play your favorite game. While you play and have fun, earn entries all month long. Get entered today, because on Saturday, July 31st, we'll hand out the keys to the new Ford Ranger and lots of cash and prizes. Find your keys to adventure at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Music every weekend, never a cover, and drinks priced right. TV, pool, darts, and more. Happy's Pub in downtown Woodruff.
It only happens twice a year. The Nickbers Semi-Annual Sample Sale. Sales store-wide up to 70% off. And hurry in for the best selection. The Semi-Annual Sample Sale going on now at Nickbers Fine Furniture on Wausau's Northwest side.
Welcome back to a final look at your forecast. Looking at live radar right now, we are having a few thunderstorms tracking mostly to Marathon County right now. Some of you could be experiencing some heavy downpours, picking up a ½ inch of rain. Then getting into Friday, we'll be starting out the day a little more mild with partly cloudy skies, waiting for thunderstorms overnight. And those thunderstorms could be including some strong winds, downpours, and there will be some heavy rains for some areas, including Rhinelander. And now for a final look at your forecast here. After we get through thunderstorms tomorrow night into Saturday morning, we'll have a pretty pleasant end of the weekend, waiting for more thunderstorms on Tuesday.
All right.
Bit of a dry stretch. I'll take it.
We'll take it. It's a summer weather pattern. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a great night.